Educational GMAT. Your partner in your GMAT journey.
Corporation recently expanded. Select for sales and technical, percentage increases in the number of employees that the sales department and the technical department respectively could have experienced during expansion, such that the percentage increases are jointly consistent with the information provided. Okay. So notice, to start with, we can quickly formulate this table. So before the expansion, the number of employees in the sales department, before the expansion, the number of employees in the sales department was exactly 60% of the number of employees in the technical department. So if technical department had X, sales department had 60% of that, which is 0.6x. Immediately after expansion, the sales department had exactly 12 employees, while the technical department had exactly 15 employees. So this actually looks like an incomplete information. So how do we proceed then? Yes, guys, how do we proceed? How do we proceed from here? How do we proceed? So sales increased from 0.6x to 12. Technical increased from x to 15. So from this given information, what can we predict about percentage increase? Okay, so let's say technical increases by m%, right? From x to 15, let us say the increase is m%. So x was what it was earlier, and since it increases by m%, so plus m% of x is equal to 15, right? So now, I mean, this is just about simplification. X common, 1 plus m by 100 is equal to 15. So I'm hoping you guys are clear with this. So from this, x times basically 1 plus m by 100 is equal to 15. So x, and then you take LCM as 100. So 100 plus m is equal to 15. And then what do you do? Cross multiply. So x times 100 plus m is equal to 1500. And so x is equal to 1500 upon 100 plus m. So x is equal to 1500 upon 100 plus m is what we arrive at. Correct? Now, m is what? What is m? This is m, right? Increase in technical. So clearly m has to be one of these. right? So this is where we start with. Tell me, can M be, for example, 20? Can the value of M be 20? Can the value of M be 20? Let's think about it. If M is 20, then X will be how much? 1500 divided by 100 plus 20, right? This would be 1500 divided by 120, right? Is that a decimal or an integer? This is clearly decimal. Can X be decimal? No, because X represents the number of employees in the technical department. Are you guys with me? So M cannot be 20. Similarly, can M be 25? If M is 25, very nice, then X would be what? 1500 divided by 100 plus 25, which by the way would be integer, right? So clearly, based upon this logic now, M can be what? 25 for sure. Uh, what else can M be? So M can be 25, 40 not possible, 50 is possible. Because if M is equal to 50, right? So M is equal to 50, then X will be, yeah, 1500 upon 150, which is 10. So possible. How about 75? Not possible. 100 not possible. So the only two possible values of M are either 25 or 50. Correct? Which one of these do you think? Which one of these do you think? If M is 25, what's the value of X? If M is 25, X will be 1500 divided by 100 plus 25, right? Which would be how much? 1500 upon 125, which is 12. Correct? On the other hand, if M is equal to 50, then anyway, X is 10. Right? So do you get a clue out of this? You get a clue out of this. Can X be 12? No, because if X is 12, then this would be 0.6 into 12, which is a fraction. Again, number of employees in sales cannot be a fraction. On the other hand, if X is 10, in that case, 0.6x is 6. So that's possible. That's possible, right? So the final answer essentially is that X has to be 10. X has to be 10, right? So the bottom line is, right, X is 10. And so 0.6x is basically 0.6x is 6. So remember, we had to find out what? The percentage increase in sales and the percentage increase in technical. So what is the percentage increase in sale? 6 is increasing to 12, that's 100%. 10 is increasing to 15, which is 50%. So 100% and 50% is the answer.